So, first of all, liver flushing in general, a lot of people have the question, do I have to change my diet? Um, no. The short answer is no, you do not have to change your diet. But to actually let ourselves, as sort of like the veil, the haze of toxicity and congestion is like lowered, and cleared from our eyes, that we're actually just guided and we know what to do and we are able to follow our natural instincts. And I just see and think that change that's driven from that kind of inner guidance and natural inclination is has a way higher chance of success in the long run and succeeding, and sticking. Because it's like we can all force ourselves to do something for a while, but if we're forcing it, then it's kind of going to come like crashing down on us at some point. Whereas if it's really coming from that inner movement, like almost body directed as opposed to top down, mental construct, when it's coming from the body, it seems to have a much, a better lasting effect. So that's the way I like to see people make dietary changes. And although I'm sure many of you know that I am very, very into healing foods, I am making this not an access point barrier, really come in, whatever you're doing, however you're eating, let's start from there, because a lot of even like cravings and habits and desires for certain foods are really driven by the ecosystem of dis-ease and toxicity in the body. So let's address that first and see where we can get to from there. Another question is sort of on that same vein is, can I do liver flushing even if I have a lot of food restrictions? Yes, generally you don't have to change your diet much leading up to the flush. There's just about one day where your diet will be shifted. And I will say that for the other question as well. There is one day where um, we have to apply certain guidelines for the protocol to work. So you don't have to change your diet in general, but there is one day per month or per flush cycle that you will have to observe some dietary change. And in terms of food restrictions, so again, you don't have to do much of anything different in your daily life. And then the only issues, so like the ingredients for the flush are an oil, usually olive oil, um, and usually a citrus juice. And also we take Epsom salts orally or magnesium sulfate. Um, if you have a problem with any of those 3 ingredients, there are some alternatives, but we do need to find, like, an oil option, and then, depending on if you really can't do any citrus or even, not even lemon, then there are a few other options as well, but other than that, pretty much we don't really have problems with, food restrictions. Another question is, how much time does it take? And